Well, the first thing was the title of PufnStuf. Uh, they did a research on it, and I got that phone call, and they said that the research didn't come back, and they would not accept that title. And I asked the question, well, what did the research say? They said, well, the word is too feminine. It meant, they thought it meant a powder puff. I said, now wait a minute. The most popular song right now is Puff the Magic Dragon. And that is where, we actually took that title from. They said, well, what does the HR stand for? I said, well, PufnStuf didn't look right to me. It needed a first name. It just wasn't complete. And so he was the mayor of Living Island. I didn't want to call him Mayor PufnStuf. So we took Royal Highness and turned the letters around, and because it just felt right. And that's where HR came from, and that's where the word PufnStuf came from.
The interference, is that the word? The interference factor then was minuscule compared to the interference factor today. It's just different today. You got everybody that never made a show in their lives telling you how to make one. Then you had practice and standards telling you, don't touch witchy poo. You can't have stupid bad touching witchy poo. It's violence, So that we could live with. That wasn't all that bad, As far as PufnStuf being too feminine of a title, the joke of it is, if that was true, the biggest hit that we take today is that we put one over on the networks that was all drug related, So it goes from a powder puff to being drug related. So, they do these big questionnaires on the internet, and Sid, and it says on the question is, what does HR stand for, and what does PufnStuf stand for, And so 999 people out of 1,000 say HR stands for hand rolled. And one person, one out of the 1,000, is Sid Krofft, that says Royal Highness backwards. So that's what goes on. But we'll say it one more time. You can't be involved with drugs while you're going to work every day and making shows to make sense. And we didn't. That was, that's a pipe dream, and we let them have it. People were saying that pretty soon, I mean, the rock groups were asking for the films. The Beatles were asking. The Beatles, Brian Epstein, who managed the Beatles, we sent a 16 millimeter film of PufnStuf to him in London every week because the Beatles wanted to watch the show. That was then. So we didn't even get it. We figured, well, it's on at 6 o'clock in London, so they think it's an adult show. But it always, because of the colors, and it was the early 70s, I'm sure.
And we used to get over 10,000 letters a week, and not from kids. At the end of the show...
That was from Liberace.
No. At the end of the show, PufnStuf said, keep those letters and postcards coming in. And it was the college kids that would get up at, Saturday. That was the thing to do, get up and watch PufnStuf.
Well, I think that this is what's happening today. I mean, we did all these shows, and you can't kill these shows with a baseball bat. They're just, everything's happening today, better than it ever has.
But they also still look good. I just watched one a couple of days ago, and it's like, almost looks like it was done yesterday, not, all those years.
Another objective opinion.